Okay, it did say live. Cool. Good morning, everybody. Super Bowl Sunday. Yay. I'm out here in the tavern, actually. Oh, got my coffee. How's everybody holding up? Everybody doing good? Everybody having a good morning? Everybody alive? Everybody survived the sleet snow apocalypse in Arkansas? If you're here. If you're elsewhere in the country, hopefully you didn't have as a lot of people had it bad, though. A lot of people did. I look tired. I didn't sleep well. We'll talk about that here in a minute, though. It is just I, the Matthew from the Drunken Cryptids. Let's see here. All right, what we got here? Offbeat Paranormal, what's up? How y'all doing this morning? Y'all awake? Great episode y'all's dropped the other day. We got some things we're going to talk about this morning. Got some pretty cool topics and everything I want to share with you guys and get some insight and stuff like that on. Obviously, we'll talk about all the damn Fey folk. Ain't that the truth? It's always the Fey folk. But we're going to we got some things to talk about. Some awesome, cool things. Some interesting things. I want to get some of y'all's opinion, like I said, on the reason why I look like crap and why I'm tired. Yeah, I haven't had nightmares. I haven't had dreams like this in quite a while. So I don't even know. Yeah, it was odd, but today is the Super Bowl, so hopefully everybody's hearing me okay. My phone is blowing up still, so I just want to check everything, make sure. All right, so just getting ready to work in the shop all day. Philip is on his way to get caffeine, and I'm frying bacon and eggs. Well, I actually have pork ribs in the crock pot right now. So I am doing some slow crock pot pork ribs for today. So I've got those going. Since I was up early, I figured I'd go ahead and season them up and get them in there. So they're cooking now. So when I walk into my kitchen, it smells like ribs and coffee. So I got my coffee going. I haven't had breakfast yet, but coffee and nicotine and caffeine is what keeps the soldier going. Mm. Oh man. So yeah, crazy dreams last night. But yeah, the dog woke me up at like 6, whining. Nugget did. Yeah, and the poor guy, yeah, wasn't able to hold it and completely had an accident inside of his crate. So I spent the morning cleaning that. Then I had to go and get him another bed because, well, that was completely unsalvageable. It was pretty bad. So there's no Nugget this morning. No, I'm out in the tavern. So the weather's warming up and I like to be outside. So that's what I'm doing this morning. So, but today is Super Bowl. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. All right. I don't have a dog in the fight at all. However, I am pulling for Seattle because being a Steeler fan, I don't need New England to win any more Super Bowls. I think New England's won enough Super Bowls for they can go away and disappear for quite a while. So my Patriot fans out there, I do apologize for that one, but I mean, it is kind of it was kind of nice not having New England like be the powerhouse like it had been for years, and all of a sudden, boom, they come back. So there's just something about that organization that does a really good job of setting everything up. Either that or Kraft is and Goodell are like bed buddies or something. I don't know, but neither here nor there. But I do think it's funny that Seattle just has some drama that popped on up, selling to the team and everything right before the Super Bowl. Talks of that. I mean, that's just a huge mental game, to be honest with you. And I don't think it quite fair to the fans or to um, the players as well. There was rumors going around that they weren't going to play their free agents, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm really hoping that Seattle takes all that negativity and spins it around and puts it into something strong and positive. So we should hopefully have a good game. However, personally, I am cheering for the commercials. I'll tell you that right now. I'm looking forward to the commercials. But as you said, working the shop, I've been working in the tavern today, so it's been neglected, for a while due to the it's like turned into a collect, yeah, a catch-all. So, but yeah, you got to I want to get it cleaned up and organized. Got a whole bunch of interviews that we're doing this week. So I'm excited about that. Great episodes are dropping. Um, there's the episode tomorrow. I did something a little different with this one, you guys. So it was actually an in-person one. Bart's again, old Bart's down there, Diamond Bear was nice enough to let me use their conference room to do an in-person um, interview, which was great. But I had we were sitting across from each other, so we're facing each other this way. So you're getting the camera of our side profile as we're talking to each other. Um, I will be playing with more cameras to be able to do some more of that. So that way there'll be a camera on, me and the guest, a camera on me, and a camera on the guest as well. So as we keep going down this journey, there'll be better and better content out there. So I'm pretty excited about that. Ash, good morning, brother. I'm excited for our interview coming up in a couple of weeks. I am. You're right. I do need to get the kayak out. I need to go fishing is the big thing. So, uh, yeah, yeah, I miss fishing, and I need to take a day. My little boy wants to go, so I told him as soon as the next decent day of weather-wise that we have, we're gonna head out there. But I just found out here in Central Arkansas, my favorite bait shop. And if you're a fisherman, outdoors person at all here in Central Arkansas, you're gonna know the bait shop that I'm talking about here in a minute. Hatchet Jacks, no longer. Apparently, there's some dispute there with the landlord and everything, and they are no longer there. They're in the process trying to find a new. I met them yesterday. I actually met the owner, very nice lady. Met her yesterday. She wanted to, tell me what was going on with it, and I felt horrible, horrible. So, what's up, homie? I messaged you this morning and see if you want to come on and join me. So, because I have a really interesting kind of topic I want to bring up. If you do, shoot me an email, John. So, Mr. Bullets. Yes, John is great. He's a good fan of the show. He's a good friend of the show, I should say. So, but yep. So, what else we got going on? Oh, yeah, a week away, Valentine's Day. I got some information about Valentine's Day. I do. I was going through some of doing just a little bit of stuff. I wanted to I'm checking emails, you guys. But was going through uh digging up a little bit onto the history of it because I really don't know um that much about it. I mean, we all know the little cherub thing, and there was a Saint Valentine, but come to find out there's multiple Saint Valentines apparently. So, which is kind of interesting in itself. Um, you know, like the history of Valentine's Day is actually a blend of ancient Roman rituals, Christian legends, and medieval literature. It began as a somber religious feast day and a pagan fertility festival before evolving into the commercial celebration of romance we recognize today. Long before the holiday was associated with love, Romans celebrated Lupercalia, Lupercalia from February 13th to the 15th. That those mainly consisted of, they had fertility rituals. Roman priests sacrificed goats and dogs, then used strips of the goat hide to gently slap women and crop fields, a practice believed to encourage fertility. We're going to try and keep this PG. No dirty comments in there. Uh, Legend says young women would place their names in an urn for bachelors to draw, pairing couples for the duration of the festival and often for life. Now, the legend of St. Valentine, the holiday is named after St. Valentine, though the Catholic Church recognizes at least three saints by that name, all of whom were martyred. Shocking. Uh, so, at the secret priest, one popular legend tells of a third century priest who defied Emperor Claudius II. The emperor banned marriage for young men, believing single men made better soldiers. But Valentine continued to perform marriages in secret until he was caught and executed on February 14th. While imprisoned, Valentine allegedly healed his jailer's blind daughter. Before his execution, he wrote her a letter signed "From your Valentine," an expression still used today. That was his second St. Valentine, by the way. The third one, in the 5th century, Pope Gelasius I declared February 14th as St. Valentine's Day, likely in an attempt to replace the pagan Lupercalia with a Christian feast. All right, so before going further on that one, there is a lot of transitions between um, the a lot of the old pagan rituals and the holidays that we consider now. Part of that was due in the fact of when Christianity became the primary religion there for Rome, under Constantine, it was easier to get the converts over if they would take their holidays and turn them into a Christian holiday. So over time, the church was actually really, really big for, you know, taking some of these. Christmas is one of those as well. There's a lot of pagan symbols that we use in our Christian church. Easter is another one. So, and I think that we know for a fact that if you look historically when Jesus was born, more likely was not born in December. So, but we take the celebration of that and we made it into the celebration of the birth of Christ. And then for the resurrection on Easter, which happens to be springtime, obviously the resurrection, if you think about it, how we come out of winter, we're going to spring, the world's awakening again, everything's going to bloom. So there is a type of resurrection there. I believe that we recognize and celebrate and acknowledge the resurrection of Christ on that day. So this is, first off, I'm a hardcore Christian believer. So do not think that I'm attacking Christianity in any way, shape, or form because I'm not. However, a lot of our holidays are based around some of the pagan holidays, what they did. So it was an easier transition for people to go ahead and convert over to because there were real no Christian holidays at the time. So that's why we have that one. So I was not attacking Christianity, but there's a lot of that takes place in there. Love history. All right. So the holiday didn't become synonymous with romantic love until the Middle Ages. Chaucer's influence, English poet Geoffrey Chaucer, is often credited with linking the day to romance. In his 1375 poem, the Parliament of Fowls, Fowls, that's Fowls, he wrote about birds choosing their mates on St. Valentine's Day. Now, the earliest known written Valentine still in existence is a poem written in 1415 by Charles, the Duke of Orleans, as in, Orleans, like New Orleans, but Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London. Now, on modern traditions, exchanging handwritten notes became popular in the 17th century. By the 1840s, Esther A. Howland, the mother of Valentine, began mass producing elaborate lace cards in the United States. Today is a global industry involving flowers, chocolates, and over 145 million cards sent annually. So that's what it's turned into. But the thing about it is, a lot of people bash Valentine's Day, and they actually will go on this. Oh, I'm anti Valentine's. I'm anti this. I'm anti that. Valentine's Day, if you look at it, is actually supposed to be a celebration of love. Um, and if you've ever experienced love at all in your life, then make sure that share and cherish that because that's the importance of uh, you know the holiday. So I encourage everybody on that day to make sure you do something special. Even if it's just for your friend. You know, I have lots of friends, and I try and make sure that my friends, I tell my friends all the time, how much I love them, just to make it awkward. I love you guys. I have the best fans in the world. I want you guys to know that. But you're right. Yay for love. There's nothing wrong with love. Because remember, if you have kids, your kids are paying attention to what you teach them. So if you teach them that a holiday of love is horrible and bad, what's their definition? What's their view going to be like on of love in the world? All you do is take a look at the news and you'll see already. What's up, Rebel? How are you? So, yeah, that's my little spin on Valentine's. I wanted to kind of do a little bit there for you guys. So, I hope you guys liked a little bit of history on St. Valentine's. Manchu, baby. Manchu, 2-9. Manchu is actually the Ninth Infantry Regiment, for you guys that don't know, is a regiment in the Second Infantry Division. The is probably one of the more historic regiments out there. There is so much history tied into it, the Ninth Infantry, and being able to serve and be an honor. Being served was an honor to them. And I'm actually a member of the Manchu Society. I'm a member of the uh, gosh, all of it. You know, I got my buckle and my certificates and everything. To get the buckle, you have to do a 25-mile road march. They're in, and it's absolutely brutal, brutal, brutal road march. If you've ever been to the lovely country of Korea, it is the only country in the place in the world that if your parents would have told you they had to walk uphill in the snow both ways to school, believe them, because there is no downhill in Korea. Everything in Korea is uphill. It's all uphill. Everywhere you go, uphill, uphill. It's always uphill. So yeah, you come back from Korea and your legs are going to be like, you'd be like running marathons and stuff. So I love you, Chris. Black Sheep Studios in the house. Mm. So, really quick in the comments, you guys tell me who y'all pulling for today in the Super Bowl. I told you my pick. I'm going for Seattle in the commercials. So I'm kind of curious. And do you guys have any like Super Bowl traditions you guys do? I mean, any kind of foods, parties, whatever. I mean, something of that nature. Anything you guys do at all? Let's see here. I can't jump on the day meal prep. It started for the week, and yes, I'm back on my diet. Well, congratulations, John. I hope it works out for you this time, buddy. And I hope you enjoy that balmy 38 degrees that you have coming in because it is absolutely, it's going to be in the 60s today, and we're going to have some 70s this week. So I'm excited. Hence why I will be working out into the tavern as I wait for Ben's Loft Bed to show up because it's supposed to be in here Friday, and it's still not here. UPS says there's a delay due to the weather. So, Rich, what's up, brother? How are you? We got to link up sometime real soon. I'll tell you that right now, real soon. So, message me. Oh, here's the deal, you guys. If you guys do message me and you don't get a respond back within a day, please message me again. Sometimes y'all get pushed down into the list of things. Or one of the best ways of doing it, email me. Dear God, email me. So, there's a Super Bowl today. Well, I think every bowl's a Super Bowl. I don't do that, but I know that my other friends who do that probably just got a kick out of that joke. I did do an interview. We'll talk about why I'm up here shortly. I did do an interview this week. I did two of them during the day. It was great. I've got Joe Johnson coming back on for his part two. We recorded that one, and then I also interviewed Triage Paranormal, and they're out of California, and they have some really scary stories. Um, Not really scary, but some really intense ones. And what really got to me was it sent me a clip because on the show, on the episode, he does go and describe of when they were getting ready to start, paranormal investigating and such, and they were experimenting and playing with their equipment. You know, you guys know that. If you're in the paranormal and you're investigators, you get the equipment, you just don't test run it out there in the field right off the bat. You want to test run it at your house. And they caught something really interesting. And I could not dispute this footage. Tommy could not dispute this footage. And I mean, Chris even as well could not dispute the footage. We run it through filters. Tommy ran through everything. This is a full blown legit manifestation. And when I get in touch with them again, I'm going to do a live show with them so I can share that clip with you guys because I want to get you guys' opinion. I don't want to, I'm not going to do it without them here present, without them knowing about it. So, because that's just the kind of guy that I am. But wish I was enjoying the Super Bowl. See, somebody got the joke. And speaking of Chris, there he is. Our Chris. Remember, there's two Chris's. You got our Black Sheep Studio, Chris, and hopefully Black Sheep Studio is working on like the logo for the festival. But speaking of festivals, so all right. Yesterday I was able to go on out, met with some local business owners here, compliments of Southern Barter and Trade. Southern Barter and Trade here in Central Arkansas is a wonderful company. If you are a small business owner and you would like to get in touch with them to learn more about how to do barter and trade with your business for other businesses, how to help your business grow, by all means, reach out to me. I can help you out. They are helping us get the posters made. Hopefully, the posters we'll be able to start putting up around town will come in hopefully Monday, Tuesday. That'd be nice. I did print out some flyers off of my laptop. So I started going out, putting flyers up. So those of you guys in the Central Arkansas area, look for them. However, if you live somewhere else and you would like to print up flyers and hang them, let me know. Shoot me an email and I will email you the flyer. So any and all help with the festival would be great. And I have no problem emailing you guys what the poster looks like if you guys want to help get it put out there. Because, the only way we're going to grow as a community is to keep doing what we're doing, help each other out. So, all right. I don't sleep often. Well, I do. I sleep all the time, but I don't. Due to my injury and everything, I have a hard time sleeping per se. So last night, for the first time in a really, really long time, that I have actually intense nightmares to the point where Andy, what's up, brother? It was. I mean, I came flying out of bed, arm swinging, and had to calm down. And I'll tell you about the dreams in a second. But I went right back into the dream again and kept waking up. Every time I'd fall back asleep, I was right back there again. And I haven't had to have that happen in a very long time. And I generally don't have like the typical, like, oh, look, I was falling, or look, there's Barney running down the street. I have really intense, crazy, whacked out dreams. So this dream was I was I don't know where I was at, but I was surrounded by a bunch of people that I don't know, and they were kind of like bullies for some reason. I mean, it was weird. It's like I was being bullied. And at one point, I was in like this kitchen area, and there was another lady who was across from me, and I just was pushed to the ground. And she was pushed to the ground at the same time, but she was facing me, and I was facing her. So we're on the ground facing each other, and she had this band-aid on. And I remember like the lights got really funky, almost like a black light kind of thing. So this band-aid was like glowing. It was like a cartoon character. I can't tell you what it was now, but there was this thing on my back and just holding me down, pressing me down. And I was trying to get up and look, and she was like something was holding her. I couldn't see what was holding her down, but she was just in complete agony, not screaming agony, but moaning agony. And I remember I was able to get my head turned around and I saw this thing, and it wasn't big. It was, I don't know, maybe 2 feet tall, maybe, you know, but it was almost like a mini hat man, but because it had a hat, it had the hat on, but the color wasn't black. It was more of a kind of a dark smoky gray, I guess is a good way of describing it. And it was just pressing me down. And that's what brought me up to where I came out swinging out of bed. I mean, I hit the other side of the bed. I mean, I mean, I bolted out. And, with, with my back and everything, me bolting out of bed, that's a challenge. But my adrenaline was pumped that much of this dream. And I went right back into it again to where I was fighting these things and just could not win. But it's like every time I turn around, there was something there in every dream. But that first part though, that damn thing on my back. So yeah, that's the reason why I look tired. Didn't sleep very well at all. I'm not a dream expert. I'm not one to try and decipher dreams or break dreams down in any way, shape, or form because I'd be wrong. Because do we really know what a dream is? Do we? Good morning, Jamie. Hope you're being safe on the road, brother. But do we know what a dream is? I mean, what really is a dream? There's tons of books out there, tons of, articles written on the internet about it. But what is it? Is it your subconscious telling you something that you don't know? Is it some kind of psychic connection to something? Is is part of our psyche, our spiritual self, or something being transferred into another realm or dimension? And that's what we're experiencing. I mean, what is it? Kind of crazy, huh? I don't know what a dream is. Don't know. But when I'm dreaming of battling demons and shadow things, that kind of bothers me. And no, I wasn't watching anything crazy or weird or anything like that at all. I wasn't watching anything. I had Ancient Aliens on TV. I always go to sleep with the Ancient Aliens, which I think are just kind of them explaining how the Nephilim did what they did. So that's why I'm awake. That's why I look tired. Those damn nightmares. Chris, I can't see what that thing you sent was. Some kind of purple box thing. Oh, Chris Black Sheep Studios. I appreciate it. It's all good. So, but yeah, combination of things. Yeah, yeah, Chris. I mean, I think it could be a whole bunch. I mean, I almost left a cigarette. That's how bad the dream affected me. So, it's still messing with me. And a lot of things don't mess with me too much. I mean, Chris will testify to that one. Chris has been with me in the woods a lot of times. Speaking of ribs, flavors of the forest. Let me tell y'all something. I have your seasoning right now. I have the garlic horseradish seasoning on the ribs right now in the crock pot cooking. It's part of my rub, and it is amazing. My daughter loves the spicy uh, seasoning on there. She absolutely, yeah, once it came in and she sampled it, she absolutely wants it on almost everything that we cook. And she'll even say it. We got to put it on there. Dad, we got to put it on there. Go put that seasoning on there. So let me tell you guys something. Flavors of the Forest is absolutely amazing. Now they always sponsor Cribs with the Corn with Justin and Jay. So if you guys are fans of my show, you guys are probably fans of their show. So and they're sponsoring that. So they do these funny, great commercials on their episodes all the time. So by all means, you guys have to go and check them out. It is a Matthew approved and Drunken Cryptid supported, company. I mean, the ingredients are simple: salt and garlic. That's it. And there's enough crap out there in the world that we're putting into our system. So it's nice to have something that's natural. I think that part of the problems that we've had, if you look at ingredients from the early 80s on the same products that we have today, early 80s, that's their ingredients. Today, that's their ingredients. So how much crap are we putting into our system? So being able to get something that's natural and very flavorful too. I mean, oh, it's really good. And when you unscrew the cap, right, and you get that smell. I mean, and on top of that too, though, it's in your bloodstream. The vampires aren't going to like you at all. Yeah, pretty close, Jamie. Pretty close. 30% sea salt, freeze dried garlic. See, but Jamie, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a red flaming face. It was just a dark, smoky gray um outline. I mean, it was a figure, but it was like, and I don't know. But it was literally holding me down. I was fighting to get up. That little bastard was not letting me go. So it's cloudy, but no, it was. Yeah, guys, I haven't had a dream like that where I came up swinging in quite a while. So at all. But y'all make sure you go check out Flavors of the Forest because it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, because we're on the kick now at my house where we're doing more and more natural foods and we're trying to get away from more of the processed foods. Um, we even got those new type of Doritos and stuff that we're working on because and my little boy likes those a lot. He's like, oh, these are really good. My dad's like, I like the old ones with all the orange crap on it. I'm like, yeah, it's not good for you, kid. So we're trying to do more natural fruits and vegetables and meats. We're going to. I am no longer buying my meats at the grocery store. I'm actually going to a butcher. So that's why I can't wait for these ribs. So with my rub and everything, Oh, that horseradish seasoning is gonna be really good on there. I can't wait. I mean, it smells amazing. When I go in my kitchen. John, they like me because I'm pure. Your bloodline, maybe. Let's see here. What else we got? Yep. But yeah. So again, y'all haven't told me who you're pulling for yet. Commercials, Seahawks, Patriots. Who you guys got? Who you got on for the day? Who's your thing? There'll be another thing I'm talking about here in a second too, though. I'm just kind of curious who you all want to go for the Super Bowl. That's horrifying, isn't it, Jay? Oh, you had that thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's horrifying to have those dreams, isn't it? And I have no idea what spurred this dream up or what made it want to come into, fruition because this thing was absolutely horrible. And it was, terrifying. And then kept going back into it. Was fun though. So the rest of the dreams after that, just kind of like, it's haze where there's little flashes. You can't really remember like what was going on with it. It's just little flashes. That's pretty much what happened. So, Jamie, you're pulling for Netflix. All right. I get that. I'm watching the commercials, man. The Super Bowl. I mean, our team's not in it, but hey, I gotta go for the, still gotta watch it. I'm a football fan. Bart's is doing a party down there. If you guys want to go out, go anywhere. I am not going. I will be here, relaxing after I get done working in the tavern. Mm, so weird. I do a lot better when I have someone to talk to. Yeah. Use Doritos as a fire starter because of the oils. That is an accurate statement. And what was funny is that the coffee creamer in your MRE packets are flammable as well because of the chemicals. Say, Uncle Sam put enough chemicals in me when I was on service. I don't want any more. So, but having flavors of the forest right there. So, what I did is a combination of Mike's seasoning, who's been on the show, little doggy, who's a fan of Patrick the People and Rich and them. It's his seasoning and flavors of the forest mixed in together with some, yeah, that's what's on there. Yeah, I mean, it smelled so amazing. It's going to be so political. Well, if it is, then I'll have to turn it off. But you know, in my opinion, there's the only time that politics should ever be brought up when you're dealing with cryptids, the paranormal, is the fact of the matter is what is the government hiding? That's the only time. There's no left, there's no right, and it comes to cryptids and the paranormal. Mike, you did just log in at the right time. I was just talking about your seasoning as well. I've got you and Flavors of the Forest on here. So Flavors of the Forest, Mike Flavors of the Forest. So Mike does a great seasoning as well. He was nice with the gift me a set when I was at the roast for Patrick and the People, the Looney Man. So, oh yeah, see, just bragging about you. Rick said he was going to jump on. Hey, good morning, Lisa. It's all quiet up in Lisa's area. We'll be heading up in that direction, hopefully soon. I know because I've got the Ozark town hall meeting at Paradise Pizza next month on the 21st, which I've been honored to be a speaker and MC it. And then we'll be doing some research and investigations as well that weekend. So make sure you pay attention and do yeah, there'll be some cool things happening with that. I'll be there. Wendell will be there. I know Jacob's going. I think Chris is going to try and get there. You know what? Flavors of Force, you're absolutely right. Y'all should definitely trade seasonings. You will not be disappointed. Neither one of you. Highly impressed. Get all that good natural stuff. And it's local small business, man. Support them. I'll tell you that right now. I'm all about it. I don't want big sponsors for my show. Prime example for the festival right now, who I do have sponsoring, is obviously the local company here, Southern Barter and Trade, Old Bart's, Arkansas Porta Potties, So I have, Mike, if you're okay with it, Mike, just go ahead and drop your email address in there if you're okay with it, or click them and try and link up somehow. But um, see, so I love small business. Oh God, Dark Side Coffee. I forgot about them as well. I don't know how I forgot Dark Side Coffee. It's Black Rifle, but that's beside the point. Um, because I love people having a dream of a business plan and to chase and go after the dream. And if you are chasing that dream of a business, you're putting in the hours and the work and you're putting your heart into it. And I will go out of my way to pay a little bit more than for that versus something commercialized. We have here in North Little Rock a little spot called the filling station. It's like this little neat little farmers market that's open, all the time. So we went, me and the kids went there. They had a grilled cheese food truck. Sweet. Mike, Flavors of the Forest said that you can shoot them an email through their website. Mike, if you want it, go ahead, shoot me a message and I'll hook you up with it. Um, but I love chocolate milk. If you've known me for quite a while, you know that every night I have chocolate milk. I have a little sweet, a little chocolate milk, and sometimes I'll do a bowl of cereal instead. But I'll do chocolate milk. They had this glass, remember the glass bottles? Big old glass bottle of milk, gallon size, chocolate milk. And me and Sammy got it. And I was like, okay, we're going to try this. We'll try this. Hooked, 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 hooked. Love you, Chris. Be safe out there, brother. Send me pictures. Me and Sammy were hooked. First ball did not last very long at all because me and Sammy kept drinking it. But again, it's out of a farm up out of Missouri, and it is completely just like, yeah. I mean, it tastes like a good Dutch chocolate milk. So I had to go yesterday and get another gallon. To where Jacob was over here last night, and Jacob tried it and goes, "Oh, it's almost like the melted Dutch chocolate." I said, "I know, it's amazing." So, but y'all do me a favor, make sure you keep supporting your small local businesses. And that was the bonus I got a chance to do yesterday was meet a whole bunch of local business owners. Bart's down there at Diamond Bear. You know, he's a local business guy. That's why I don't mind going in there to help support him. Four Quarter, the pizza pub. Conan's a good friend of the show, good friend of mine as well. And, I don't mind trying to support him where I can. And of course, the other podcasters out there, obviously Miss Monsters and Mullets, obviously Nevermore Hollows, obviously, the Cryptid podcast, Chumming with the Spirits. I mean, there's just so many of them. So, morning, Charles. How are you, buddy? Sloan, what's up, brother? So there's so many of them out there. Make sure you support them. But again, too, though, make sure if you want to try, reach out to Flavors of the Forest, you guys, and reach out to Mike. So Mike's email is he just posted it on the Facebook comments. Little doggy Mike at Gmail. Little doggy. I love your nickname. And Mike, you had a great episode with us. Charles, our local astronomer. I almost said astrologist, and you would have killed me for that one. So, who made the Dutch chocolate milk with the? Oh, I do remember that now. Now you mentioned it, Mike. I don't know, but it's gone. You can't find everything out there in the stores is like horrible. But if you're ever in North Little Rock, go to the filling station on JFK and walk in there and get the chocolate milk. Tell them the Drunken Cryptid sent you. She'll probably have no idea who the Drunken Cryptids are, but you can tell her the Drunken Cryptid sent you. But they do a whole bunch of small, little farm selling and stuff like that. Little small local bakeries. People go in there and sell their stuff out there. Good morning, Tyler. How are you, buddy? So, but yeah. So I've only got one response so far on the Super Bowl today, and that was Jamie on Netflix. All right. Y'all too embarrassed to say who your team is you're pulling for? It's like the most watched program in the world. You know that, right? Super Bowl is the number one show that's watched. Period. Yeah. So that's where I'm still at. Like, yeah, at Diamond Bear. So yeah, old Bart's down there at Diamond Bear. And what really unfortunately hurt the business is when they put up the Diamond Bear was going to be for sale a year and a half ago. It's where he was going to sell the brewery. Everybody thought it was shut down. And people quit going to the place. But they have a great staff in there. The food in there is wonderful. They even have a hidden menu item called the Drunken Cryptid Burger, which if you go in there, you need to try it. I know they're having specials and stuff today, and they're in the crawfish in, so they're doing a lot of crawfish, getting ready for all the crawfish. I'm like, because everybody hates the Patriots for some reason. I'm for them. You know what? I would be the same way. I just hate the Patriots. As a Steelers fan, I just can't. I just can't. The only time I could cheer the Patriots on is if they play the Ravens or the Browns or the Bengals, and then it's like I hope both teams lose. But it should be a good game. It should be a lot of fun, you guys. I mean, it's a good escape away, to be honest with you. Sometimes we need those mental escapes, those mental breaks. Just and you never need a reason to celebrate life, but make sure you definitely take time today to go and celebrate life. I'm going to get ready to bring this in for a landing, you guys. I've been rambling on by myself now for going on about 40 minutes. But, yeah, the thoughts of the nightmares and stuff like that was really intense. I highly encourage you guys to reach on out to some of these little businesses, Flavors of the Forest. Reach out to Mike. Go check out Old Bars. Go check out Four Quarter. Check out some of these other podcasters out there. And the other thing is, to you guys, we do have the Patreon and the Buy Me a Coffee, and those are great and wonderful. But if you really want to help support the show and you really want to help put flyers out, email me and I'll email you what that looks like and you can print some up. If you want, I appreciate it. But the big thing is, Charles, the commercials. That's what I'm pulling for, brother. The big thing is keep liking, keep sharing. And if you guys, on Spotify, make sure you go like and subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. Same thing on YouTube. Keep sharing everything out there. The only way I'm going to get more encounters for you guys to enjoy is to uh, email me. But we do have investigations and research coming up. We're doing. We are going down the Falk. We are going to back up to North of Heber, going out to Ozark this year, the festival in June. We are going to be going to the Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree again in October of this year. I may be doing something, I think, at the end of July with in Kansas City. Um, uh, yeah, that's kind of new right now. That's kind of up there. Trying to think of what else we're working on. We are working on doing more of the brewery tours. The weather and everything hit pretty tough, so everything kind of slowed down. And right now, I'm trying to get yeah, kids haven't been to school, so But Witcher, when is the time Holmes episode? I don't understand the question. Bubba Twitcher, I apologize for that one. But so yeah, but make sure you guys keep liking and subscribing and sharing everything. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks, Mike. Good morning, Brando. And I hope you guys enjoy the day. Make sure you celebrate love next weekend. I will be hanging out and celebrating it with my kids. Not in that aspect, you weirdos, obviously, but no. Make sure you celebrate and enjoy life, you guys out there. And thank you guys very much for tuning in, liking and sharing everything. Oh, Tim Holmes. Shoot. When is that episode dropping? Hang on. I don't have my schedule right in front of me for the shows. I do know that tomorrow. Yeah, I just focus on the closest one, Tim Holmes. Yeah, I remember Tim. Um, uh, but Tim's episode should be dropping sometime in the next couple of weeks. We're going to 2 a week right now. So we're working on so I'm working on tomorrow's episode, which is um with Elias, which was a really good one. He gets really intense. You guys definitely want to check out tomorrow's episode. Hopefully we'll have a teaser posted sometime today for it. So we get in when we can, but there's episodes are scheduled out right now all the way through into March. So to be dropped. So I'll be checking my just shoot me a message and I'll let you know, Tim, for sure when I'm going to drop it. So, other than that, guys, stay safe. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the warmer weather if you can, wherever you're at. So, until next time, man, here's a miss and a good beer.